Hey Divas, ich bin Izzy.
And I'm Ava.
Come take a Diva dump with us. Welcome back, everybody. Before we get into the nitty gritty of this episode, we did just want to mention we are in a different studio today, so the audio might just be a little bit weird. Ava and I are currently sharing a microphone, so if anything sounds strange, LOL, suck it up. I don't know.
Yeah, sorry guys. That's all we got.
It's what we got right now. Unless you want to sponsor us and buy us a whole new studio.
That would be nice.
Sorry. LOL. But this episode is very exciting. Been a long time coming. We literally had to plan our whole month around this episode because we needed to know when we could do it, when the theme was, whatever. But this episode, we're discussing the Met Gala, and we're discussing the Met Gala that just happened, which happened yesterday, May 6th. The theme of the exhibit at the Metropolitan Museum was Sleeping Beauties, Reawakening Fashion, and the dress code for the carpet was the Garden of Time, which I just came to find out that it is actually inspired by the J.G. Ballard short story of the same name. And I actually did read it. It was very, very good. I actually really enjoyed it. Being a girl who, I don't know, likes English, you should totally read it because it's such a pretty story.
Okay, cool.
And just the visuals of it is really, really nice. But yeah, So this episode, we're going to go in and talk a little bit about our previous favorite themes, as well as our previous favorite looks. And then but that's just going to be a small part of the episode. The rest of the episode is going to go into this most recent Met Gala, what we think of some of the looks. We will talk more positively about them because the looks that didn't impress us, well, they are not worth mentioning. Really. Yeah,
basically. Also, disclaimer, we're not fashion experts, you guys. We're just two girls that happen to like looking at pretty dresses.
Exactly. You know what? We all have our opinions, and it is just what it is. I don't know. Hopefully you all... Actually, everybody should leave a comment down below of what their favorite Met Gala look or their favorite Met Gala theme has been.
Yeah, we want to know.
Yeah, we want to know. But, okay, let's go into it. Ava, what is your favorite previous theme?
Okay, I was looking at them. To be honest, I only looked at the last 10 years because, to be honest, don't really care about what happened before that. But
I do. I've seen quite a few.
Yeah. Also, guys, this is literally Izzy's Super Bowl. This man has been so excited about the Met Gala for freaking months now. So
the Met Gala is really my favorite time of the year. I have to watch the live stream. I have to keep up with everything. I do so much research on it.
Yeah,
we both love this, so
we do. Yeah, I enjoy it. I'm just not as into it, but it was entertaining for sure.
Yeah.
My two favorite themes of all time, aka the last 10 years, has been the camp theme and Heavenly Bodies. Mm-hmm. Don't know which years those are, but they were cool.
Heavenly Bodies was 2018.
Okay, I think camp was maybe 2 years prior to that, as far as I can remember.
Camp was after Heavenly Bodies.
Oh, close enough.
Okay.
Close enough.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Heavenly Bodies was 2018 or 2019. Sorry. Don't kill me. I don't know the years, but it's whatever. I would have to say that my favorite theme has to be Heavenly Bodies because it really was a cultural reset when it came to fashion.
Yep.
But I will say a good second place would have to be China Through the Looking Glass.
That was a pretty good one.
That was a really good one.
That's probably third place for sure.
Yeah, I also watched the documentary The First Monday in May, which is just a documentary about the Met Gala, and they were specifically documenting that specific year.
Oh, cool.
And it was the year where Rihanna wore that large yellow guo
cool.
dress, which was amazing.
Yep.
But yeah, okay, so Ava, talk to me a little bit about your favorite looks.
Okay, I had to go through them because I know my favorites. I just had to remember what years they were from as well.
Yep.
I don't have these in any particular order, so I'll just say them.
Okay.
First up, I have the Jenner sisters, Kylie and Kendall, in that purple and orangey look that they did. And iconic because this was really at the peak of when they were the sisters.
Yep.
So I think it was it was really a smart idea for them to pull up together in basically matching outfits, coordinated outfits, if you will. I loved Ariana's heavenly look. It was absolutely stunning. The bow, the dress, it was like literally a painting on a dress.
Yes.
Blake Lively's heavenly look, also stunning. That woman is so beautiful. Obsessed with her.
Yes.
Rihanna's China Through the Looking Glass look that we just spoke about, that yellow, was crazy. I think it was such a cool outfit.
I think the Met Gala has always been like a very important part and like a very important day in the fashion world and the fashion industry. But recently it's obviously like been more commercialized and more people have like been really tuning in. But I think it's Rihanna's China look that really made people take the dress code like seriously.
Sure,
like she really kind of helped make the Met Gala what it is today because it was just such a shocking outfit.
It was, yeah, for sure. And she's really the right woman and figure to do something like that as well. Love Rihanna. And then I have Lady Gaga's camp look. If anyone was going to kill camp, it was going to be Gaga. Like, to be honest.
And she did it flawlessly.
She did. And she did her multiple outfit changes. Was absolutely incredible. Gigi Hadid's heavenly look is also a favorite of mine. Anything that girl wears is stunning. And lastly, I literally just put every look Zendaya's ever done, ever. Because she's Zendaya and I love her. Yeah, those are my faves.
I love that. Okay, those ones are all pretty solid. I think from... One of my favorite looks of all time, I have it pulled up over here, is Grace Elizabeth's Christopher John Rogers dress, which she wore to the camp theme of the Met Gala. That was last year's, actually. And it was just so pretty. I have it pulled up here, and it is just like the most perfect dress ever. It is just like every shade of pink. It is like this big ballroom dress. Her makeup is stunning.
Yeah, I remember that one. That was really cool.
Right? Like, it's just so gorgeous. That one would have to be, like, definitely, like, top 2. Another one of my favorite looks has got to be Ariana Grande's Heavenly Bodies dress as well. Sure. Made by Vera Wang. It had the Sistine Chapel all over it. It was so perfect. But I think my favorite out of the 2 Ariana Grande Met looks has got to be this most recent one. She wore Loewe, which actually you noticed on the carpet that a lot of people wore Loewe, which was really, really cool to see. But yeah, she looked so perfect in it. I liked that one. Personally, I liked it better than her Heavenly Bodies look. Even though it was a cultural reset and it's an iconic red carpet look for her, it just was... it just didn't have that sparkle to it that I was kind of hoping for from Ariana, and she kind of she really delivered with the previous one. I will say another favorite look of mine will have to be Gigi Hadid's Heavenly Bodies look as well. I believe that dress was made by Tommy Hilfiger, but I will have to check. Don't quote me. That one was so stunning. It looked like stained glass. It looked like a butterfly. It was just so perfect in like so many ways. I honestly would love to look. I even loved the hair of that look.
I loved the hair.
The hair was so perfect for that look.
I recreated it so many times.
Because it's just amazing.
It's so perfect. It's so simple yet so elegant.
So stunning.
Yeah.
I will say I really enjoyed Blake Lively's Heavenly Bodies look as well. That one was really beautiful. But I think I liked her... I think I really enjoyed her heavenly... No, not her heavenly body. It was like the theme for America. She came dressed as like... Her dress was like an interpretation of the Statue of Liberty, kind of like...
Oh, yes.
Oxidizing.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. That was cool as fuck. Because she changed her outfit. That was sick.
But like,
I forgot
made
about
a carpet.
That.
I love that dress so much.
I would agree.
Forgot who made it. I'm so sorry. But yeah, no. That one would have to be my favorite over her Heavenly Bodies look, but they were both very beautiful and intricate.
It was very cool. I'm just thinking about, I said every look Zendaya's ever done ever, and still stand by that. However, her camp look when she was wearing the Cinderella dress was so fun, and how it was like a light up situation. Do you know what I'm talking about? That was really cute.
Oh my god, controversial opinion. Maybe I hated that dress.
Really?
Even when she wore it, I was like, that's got to be her worst look. Because compared to every other look that she's ever worn, that look... mediocre. I think it was bad. Okay. I don't think it was bad per se. I just didn't think it really fit her well. Like, the silhouette was kind of strange on her.
Okay.
The hair didn't make sense for her either. The light-up effect was really beautiful, but it looked so much like there was just, like, strings of LED lights in her dress instead of, like, the whole dress lighting up.
Okay.
Don't kill me. Don't get me wrong. Zendaya is beautiful and she can pull off anything. But it was just, I think that has to be her, like, weakest garment that she's ever worn.
Yeah, I loved when she wore, like, that armored suit. That was so cool.
The Joan of Arc, like, suit for her Heavenly Bodies look.
So
that
sick.
was amazing. That was just stunning in so many ways. Genuinely, I can't even believe it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's get into a little bit about the Met carpet stairs and all that jazz. Would you like to begin with?
Sure, yeah. So when we watched the live stream together last night.
Yes.
As filming this right now, it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
But I had never watched the live stream before because I could not be bothered. But this time I did, and I was actually delightfully entertained. And when we first saw the stairs, it was so beautiful. Like, it really fit the theme and everything.
Yeah.
It looked really magical, like
Yeah.
a garden, and I loved it. I really enjoyed the theme this year. As far as I can remember, didn't they do 2 back-to-back, like, American-themed years? The, like, last 2 years?
No.
No? Was it just one American thing?
Like, there was the one American, something about America last year.
Yeah.
I was mistaken. Camp wasn't last year. That was a different.
Yeah.
Last year's was, like, the America theme.
Yeah, the year before that was Karl Lagerfeld,
Yeah.
and then the year before that was Camp. I'm quite sure.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think they've done 2 of those American things, and I'm tired.
Not really. Like, this year was, like, fashion just... Like, reawakening fashion in general.
I just mean, like, in the previous years, like, when I was looking through the years of them, like, they had done some type of, like, American thing twice in, like, the past decade. I'm like, that's too many times. But whatever. So I liked this theme in comparison to some of the previous ones.
Okay.
I was excited to see pretty magical dresses. So, you know. Yeah, watching the live stream was... And it was actually really nice. It was nice to see people getting interviewed. We were really excited to see, like, what look was going to come next. And it was, like, it was so fun to see, like, the entire look just being panned down. Like, you know, analyzing the hair and the makeup and the dress and how everything comes together. Like, I liked seeing the full image for sure.
Yeah. No, I have to agree. I think when we were tuning into the live stream and they showed us the stairs, I think they looked so perfect.
Yeah.
Like, they looked so beautiful, and it really did look like a beautiful garden. It just looked amazing. And I did expect a lot of people to show up in florals.
Yep.
So many florals.
Definitely happened.
That's fine. That's totally cool. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know. I love to see. I did like to see the like, other interpretations of it.
Sure.
Because it's inspired by the short story. It's not just, like, a theme they threw together. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah. So the theme. Let's talk about it. The Garden of Time by J.G. Ballard. It's a short story about this, like, aristocratic couple living in this magnificent villa, and in the distance there is this, like, kind of, like, horde of people that are coming towards them.
Okay.
And they have this beautiful, beautiful garden of crystal flowers, and every time they pluck a flower, it, like, kind of rewinds time, so the horde kind of just gets pushed back until there is no flowers left, and the horde kind of reaches up to them, and then they, like, destroy their home and, like, everything. It's a beautiful story. I'm not making it, like, sound as beautiful as it actually is, but definitely go look it up. But I did actually, after reading the story and then seeing the looks, I did get to make connections to the story and, like, some of the people's looks, because they really did think about how it all went down, you know?
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Okay, so I do have notes pulled up because I'm crazy and I just had to.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so fun fact, Baz Luhrmann had a say in the decor for the Met Gala, which was really cool.
He's very cool.
He's so awesome. The hosts for the night were Lala Anthony, Gwendolyn Christie, and Ashley Graham. They were the ones covering the press for Vogue.
Yep.
And the co-chairs of the night were, of course, Anna Wintour every year, Chris Hemsworth, which I'm kind of surprised by.
Also surprised by.
I don't know, like, go him.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence, Zendaya, and Bad Bunny. Zendaya, Jennifer Lawrence, and Bad Bunny always pull a cool look. Bad Bunny will never disappoint with his looks.
Yeah,
I love it.
He always does something fun. I love him.
Chris Hemsworth, he wore a beige suit.
He did.
Don't get me wrong, I love beige, but for the Met Gala, I feel like this could have been a perfect opportunity for him to really like step it up and like kind of show how men can really pull a really cool look for the gala.
Absolutely, especially because he's a co-chair and like obviously super handsome.
Handsome.
That man is very good looking.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like you had this opportunity to not just rely on how handsome you are. Yeah. You could have shown like your taste in fashion and that kind of thing, pulled up in a look, and we just were expecting a little bit more.
He still looked very handsome, and he was there with his wife, and they both looked great. But I just, they looked great for an Oscar red carpet. The Met Gala is a fashion night. I would have loved to see more,
Yeah.
But that's just me. Let's talk about Zendaya. The fact that she had 2 looks.
Amazing.
Both archival pieces.
Yep.
The first was Maison Margiela, which was made by Jean Galliano recently.
Okay.
And the second look was a vintage Givenchy dress designed by, as well, John Galliano.
Cool.
Which actually, I noticed that there was a lot of John Galliano and a lot of Maison Margiela on the carpet.
Okay.
So a lot of Loewe, a lot of John Galliano, a lot of Margiela, which I'm like, love that they're having their moment in fashion. And I feel like they really did interpret the theme quite well.
Yes.
So I love that so much.
Yeah, that's great. I love Zendaya's look because it was just coordinated so well. I love like the matching makeup to the dress. Everything just seemed so well thought out.
Yes.
And I wouldn't expect anything less from her, to be honest.
I think she's pulled like her and La Roche have seriously been probably like the most amazing pair together because they really do. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but, like, La Roche and Zendaya are, like, Katniss Everdeen and the designer from The Hunger Games.
I wouldn't know.
What's his name? I think I don't know, it's something. But, like, she really does pull a look, which is awesome.
Yep.
Now, to talk about some of her faves, a fave that we both had was Tyla's debut. She was her first at the Met Gala. It was her first night, and she wore a balmain dress inspired by the sands of time. She's like covered in sand. She looks so cool.
She looked absolutely beautiful. I think Tyla is so pretty and serving body for days, first of all. But like how it was sculpted, her little like time thing. What's that called?
The hourglass?
Thank you.
Yeah, there
an
you
hourglass like purse. I loved it, and it was a really great first debut for her.
Yep. I mean that like for somebody who has just broken really into like the mainstream. A lot of people are really obsessed with her music right now, and this is her first Met Gala. She actually followed the code really well.
Absolutely, she pulled up, and I'm proud of her. I'm like I love that she really just stunned, honestly.
It was so heartwarming to see that you can actually be completely new to the Met Gala and actually follow the theme, which is great. Another favorite of both of ours was Wisdom K.
Yes.
He was wearing Robert 1, and it was just perfect on him.
A TikToker on the Met Gala carpet is a bold moment.
Yes.
However, if anybody was going to do it, it was going to be Wisdom. And I followed him for so long. I love his style, his fashion. This man has incredible taste, and he is so talented when it comes to creating looks.
Yes.
So his debut on this carpet is just everything I could have asked for sure.
I have to agree. I think I'm not necessarily opposed to TikTokers being on the carpet because I don't know what to tell you. Like sometimes an influencer will get invited to it and they just don't pull through and they become a meme because they just look that bad.
Yeah.
But Wisdom K looked phenomenal.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I agree with the look actually being a part of the theme, but it was so perfect on so many levels that I genuinely don't even care.
Yep. 100% agree.
It just he just looked fantastic.
Yes.
Okay, one of my favorite looks of the night was Dan Levy. He wore Loewe. He was wearing a black suit. The pants were covered in like flowers, and then the suit jacket had the same flowers, but it was like fading all into black.
Yeah, it was like an ombre.
Yeah, it was like an ombre situation, but it looked so perfect.
That's really how you do a suit.
I think he works closely with Loewe a lot,
cool.
Which is awesome. But he goes to the Met Gala every year, and I think he just looks fantastic every single time.
Yep.
I love Dan Levy. You can't say anything bad about Dan Levy to me.
I like him a lot. Yep. Agreed.
Literally. Gigi Hadid looked amazing in a white gown. She wore this white gown that was kind of like, it transitioned. It kind of looked like a suit jacket was like disintegrating and like turning into the skirt. And then it had these like beautiful yellow flowers all over it. It was so extravagant, so magical. And it was designed by Tom Brown.
Cool.
The dead giveaway for that was like the suit jacket just looked so Tom Brown to me. Mm-hmm. But I also checked it is.
Yeah, that look was so beautifully designed.
Yeah.
I remember being actually shocked when she came out on the carpet because I was like, there are so many things to unpack with that look, and I love looks like that where you really have to take it apart piece by piece to kind of go through like the thought process. I just thought it was incredible.
Yeah.
For sure. Definitely one of my favorite looks like ever.
Oh, so perfect. I couldn't handle how perfect it was.
Yeah.
I think Gigi Hadid has never had a bad Met Gala look. I'm sorry.
Also true, but it's easy to look that good when you look that good, so.
But, like, it's also, like, not just the fact that she looks good. I think she just, like, picks her looks very intentionally, you know?
Absolutely.
Phoebe Dinavar, one of my favorite looks of the night, she wore Victoria Beckham. It was this beautiful, like, bias cut, I want to say, like, a pinkish purple silk chiffon dress, and it just looked so perfect on her. If I wanted to look like anybody, it would be Phoebe Dinavar.
Yeah, she's very beautiful.
She's so stunning.
I don't really have anything to add because I think she's very pretty. I did think it was a tad bit simple.
It was very simple and it didn't really fit on theme, but there was like florals on it, so I didn't mind it.
Yeah, it was okay, yeah.
I think she just looks fantastic.
Absolutely.
Penelope Cruz was also there. I have to give a shout out to my Latina girls. I'm sorry.
Yep.
She wore Chanel because she is a Chanel ambassador.
Mm-hmm.
Not my favorite look of the night, but it was definitely pretty and it did feel like it was her. So
yeah, agreed. It was very pretty. She's also just beautiful, so.
Let's talk about Carol G really quickly because that look shocked us.
I loved it.
She had elf ears on.
She sure did.
And she looked amazing. Her dress was also really cool. It was designed by Marc Jacobs, and it was just it was such a cool look. I love that she like went with this like kind of elfish fairy theme. Like she even said in the interview that she really likes fairies and things fantastical. And I just adore it that she went that way.
I agree. It was also her Met Gala debut, and so I was like really proud sitting from the sidelines being like, that is how you turn a look.
Yes, exactly. Okay, Elle Fanning had probably one of the coolest dresses on the carpet, and I loved it so much. She directly kind of referenced the story like perfectly with these like crystal birds that were like coming off of her dress.
Yeah.
There's a line in the story that says, "When the final glimmer of light sped away, the Countess raised her palms to the air as if releasing an invisible bird."
That is so cool.
I know. I'm like, you know what? That is so awesome. I love that she like referenced the actual story so closely.
The attention to detail is incredible. And not just that, the dress literally looked wet. Like it was like melting ice on her looked like an ice sculpture.
It looked
perfect. Like a water fountain. Yeah.
It looked perfect on her in so many ways. I loved the look. It was probably one of my favorites of the night.
Yeah.
Definitely like top 3 of the night for sure because it was so perfect. And I think Elle Fanning also doesn't really have any bad Met Gala looks. I think she really pulls through quite well.
I think she's very beautiful for sure. Yeah.
Ariana Grande.
100% amazing.
Ate these bitches up. I'm sorry, Ariana Grande. I will always be biased towards her.
I know.
She is so perfect in every way. She wore this dress, and the top of it was like a corset sort of situation, and it was a mother of pearl. It was made from real mother of pearl.
Incredible.
And it was supposed to reference like the pink and green and all that pearlescent was supposed to kind of reference the Wicked movie and also like Glinda's bubble. It was also Loewe, which I loved so much. She also had a second look, which was Maison Margiela for the performance that she wore.
That was really pretty. It was very fairy-like.
Yeah, it was really cool. And Ariana loved that look a lot, which I really do appreciate. I don't really know what else to say. She just looked so fucking perfect in that.
Yeah, I will say I do like her Heavenly Bodies look more, but that's okay. We don't have to agree. Like, she looked stunning in both, and the makeup I think was probably my favorite part almost, because she, like, it was giving like fish scales on her face.
It just looked, I don't know, it just looked so cool. I just love that it was just different. It was very different to things she's done before. The Met is just the place you go to try something new, and you know, Ariana Grande pulled up. I 100%. Liked it. Her Wicked counterpart, Cynthia Erivo, also was wearing a Tom Brown, like, two-piece situation. Like, the bottom of it was a skirt, the top of it was like a suit jacket, but it was like cropped, so her abs were just out. Amazing. Rocking it. She looked so fantastic. I literally hated her. But she looked super awesome. I do have to say, it was a black outfit with like pink flower petals all over it, and it had bugs on it as well. I love the dragonfly that they put on the back of her head. That was my favorite part. When she turned around, I was like, oh my god, there's a dragonfly at the back of her head. I love it so much. Yes. So good. I have to agree. It looked so cool on her. I just like, I couldn't look away. Next is Kendall Jenner. She wore a vintage Givenchy dress designed by Alexander McQueen when he was the creative director of the house. That was the first time that dress has ever been worn by a person. Yeah. Because that collection that dress came out on, all those looks were just put on mannequins. And she pulled up in this dress, and it fit her perfectly. Of course it did. She's a sample size. She's perfect, yeah. And she just looked fantastic. She did, yeah. Yeah, I love the hair for that too. I liked that hair. It was simple but effective, and it suited the look very well. I think Kendall is extremely pretty, and I did like this look a lot. It was, it was a little bit more form-fitted, and I was a fan. Yeah. Honestly. Madeline Klein had this beautiful gown. She was one of the first people to get on the stage. It was like a beigey gown, and it had like flowers on it. It was so beautiful. It was so shiny. It was designed by Tommy Hilfiger. Yeah. It had like the button up on the top. Yeah, it looked like a button up top. I really liked that. I thought it was really clever. It incorporated the Tommy vibes into it. And she looked really just like elegant. Very professional, very elegant to me. Like, I have to agree. Yeah. Yeah. Madeline Klein, I think she's another influencer, like another TikTok influencer. She was in Outer Banks. I obviously haven't seen the show, so that's okay. She's an actress, but I haven't really seen her in much since, but I do think she's very pretty. She's fierce. Yeah. I know. I lived it. When Rachel Zegler got on the carpet, I loved that dress. That dress was so perfect. The blue. It was this blue, like, sequin dress, and she was wearing, like, a little, like, cape with it, too. She just looked perfect. I love Rachel Zegler. That dress was designed by Michael Kors, and she showed it flawlessly. Yeah, I liked it. There was nothing, I didn't have any issues with that look at all. Like, the color was really nice on her. It made her pop. She looked great. Yeah. Back to Bad Bunny. He was wearing Maison Margiela. Yep. I have to say, every time Bad Bunny pulls up to the carpet for the show, he genuinely does not disappoint. Although I didn't understand this look as much. Yeah. Yeah, it was okay. I did see a video that he actually had gotten his makeup done by, what is that makeup brand? The girl, the red hair. She went with Phoebe... Charlotte Tilbury? Thank you. I almost said Pat McGrath. Oh, my God. Okay, he got his makeup done by Charlotte Tilbury, and I was like, you know what? I love that. He looked snatched. So. Yeah, no, like, honestly, like, I love that he's, like, willing to venture into those spaces, because too many men are scared to do that. Yeah, love it for him. It gets disappointing. Nicole Kidman showed up in this Balenciaga inspired dress. I did not check who made it. I'm so sorry. But the dress was inspired by a vintage Cristobal Balenciaga design, and it was so cool. It was like white on top, and then it had this like black tulle fluffy skirt underneath. Yes. It looked so cool. Definitely look it up. I love the contrasting structures on that one. It was very cool. Yeah, right? Sabrina Carpenter. I believe this is her second Met Gala. Yes. And she looked so, so cool. She was wearing Oscar de la Renta. Her hair was different, and it looked great. It was different, but still her. It was still her, but it was just different enough that I was very impressed. I was very impressed. Yeah, she always looks adorable, and I love her in like a big gown dress thing, and it was so cute. And it was a big gown. Like, it was large, but it didn't make her look smaller or shorter. I was going to say, it didn't swallow her, and I was really happy to see that. Yeah, I'm like, her design, like, her stylist phenomenal.
Absolutely.
Killed it. Cardi B.
Incredible.
Wore the largest dress again.
I've ever seen in my life.
She's worn large things before, but this massive. It was designed by a brand called Windowson.
Cool.
I've just heard about it.
Cool.
It's a really cool dress. But yeah, I loved it. It was all black and her hair looked awesome.
Yeah.
I respect it.
I loved it.
Yeah. Okay, Harris Reed. Harris Reed had 2 looks on the carpet, and one of them was on Demi Moore, and she was wearing this black dress with pink flowers all over it, and these black arrows just coming out of it. It just looked so cool.
That was really cool.
And then Harris Reed's look was also something Harris Reed has designed herself, and I was shocked.
It literally when they both came out, we were just gagged.
Gagged, and they're posing.
Wow.
They pose.
They were posing the house down.
Yeah,
for sure.
They looked fucking amazing.
Amazing.
I was taken away by them.
Probably some of my favorite looks just ever. It looked like straight up art.
Yeah, it looked so perfect, and it really did feel like it fit the theme.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
Amanda Seyfried came out in a Prada look, and she was just all silver.
Yeah, even down to her hair.
Everything.
Everything was silver.
She was just silver. And I thought that was so funny, and I thought that was so cool, and I just love Amanda Seyfried.
It was something different. I liked seeing something different from her, for sure.
Yes. My 2 favorite pink looks of the night. Carly Kloss was in a pink embellished Swarovski gown, and Lily James was wearing a pink gown by Erdem. Both of them looked amazing. They were both pink. Of course, I'm going to be attracted to it. But I love Carly Kloss and I love Lily James. And I love that they go to the Met Gala every year as well.
I like that. Yeah, they're both stunning. Liked their looks a lot. I really have to say this. I missed seeing my girl, Taylor Swift. I missed her this year.
Yes.
I'm so sad. You know what? If her and Travis pulled up together, I think that would have been sickening.
Honestly,
not going to lie.
I didn't really mind that she didn't come.
Okay.
Solely because I feel like Taylor has just every single time she's been to the Met Gala, not a single time has it ever been a serve.
I was going to say her Met Gala looks have been weak. She's had some great red carpet looks, but her Met Galas haven't really hit the mark for me. And I was really hoping to see her just step it up because this girl, she can rock a floral dress. Yeah. She can rock a ball gown. I want to see it.
Yeah,
I want to see it.
I would have loved to see Bella Hadid this year, but we didn't.
I'm surprised we got Gigi and not Bella.
Well. Yeah, usually we get both, but we didn't see her because she was celebrating her I think it was her brand Orabella. It was the launch party for it.
Interesting.
Yeah, which I'm okay, that's a very unique day to do it on, but that's fine.
Whatever, yeah.
And the people that we thought could step it up.
Men basically. Yes. Most of them.
Yes.
A lot of them did step up in some looks, as we mentioned, but half the time, if half of the time, possibly more, it's a black suit.
It's a black suit.
It's a black suit.
I saw this tweet before the Met Gala started that all the men are just going to be wearing black suits with a flower on the lapel. And then we watched the show, and it was literally that. It was just men watching, men wearing black suits with a lapel on their shirt.
Yeah. And I'm I get it if you're not super fashion forward. I totally get it. But this is, in fact, a fashion event.
Yes.
Let's wear something other than a black suit. I just want to see something different.
You guys need to kill it. It's a Met Gala. Come on.
I know.
You can do it.
Given the opportunity.
So it was Zendaya, Josh O'Connor, and Mike.
Fast?
Mike. Yeah, is it Feist? Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyways, whatever. All of them together, they looked great. But Mike Feist was wearing a black suit with a turnip on it.
That was random.
Which I thought was really crazy. Yeah, but you know what? Hey.
He's handsome, so it's fine.
I guess it's a garden. It's part of a garden.
Thanks for listening to all our thoughts on this year's Met Gala and all of the previous ones.
It was very exciting for you guys to come along on this ride, as you probably could tell because I was just yapping the entire time. It really is my favorite night of the year.
We had a lot to say.
A lot to say. But yeah, everybody have a wonderful night. Love you, girl. Bye.
Bye.